Hi guys, just finishing up some stuff for what will hopefully go up this week. What you're about to see is video I shot last week of me explaining my tie-down system on my wheelchair. I did want to put this in here just to give some clarification of my next clip, which I shot in the back of my parents' van that I use. So, just so you know, I'm not rolling around in the back of the van while still in my wheelchair. So, but that's just a little bit of an intro to this first clip here. And I explain more in that clip. So this is a setup for my tie-down system. Can't really see it because my bag's in the way, but the tie-downs are on the foot of the car and on the floor of the car, and they attach to these things on the chair, and that holds the chair in place. There's one on each side. You can kind of see the one there. So there's two on each side, two in the back and two in the front. I'm showing you now because I'm probably not going to be able to show you when I'm actually in the car, because it is a bit tight. The interior of the car is very small, so there's enough room to tie down the chair and not much else. So it was easier just to show what the setup looked like right now than rather on Thursday when I'm running around, when we're trying to leave. So that'll go in. Hey guys, so we're on our way to St. Louis, me and my dad, for authors convention, PennCon, and I'll continue to shoot a few clips. I probably won't shoot that many in the car because it's just awkward and I have to hold my phone in a moving vehicle, which the likelihood of me dropping it is high. So I will most likely, next time you see a clip will probably be when you see the St. Louis Arch.
So this is the brief tour of my hotel room that I shared with my dad over the weekend. There's a very small bathroom. Excuse the wobbly camera because I was just holding it in my hand and have it braced on anything. It'll pop back up in a second. There was a bathroom, not a bathroom, but the shower and the tub were separate. And there was a nice big vanity, which we both used. I loved that room because it was nice and big. I could actually get out of my wheelchair and crawl around, which was great. Hi guys, so I'm just finishing this up here. I didn't really film much after that last clip because we were like crazy busy for the next like 2.5 days. That was filmed on a Thursday when we got in, which was sometime in the at about 3 p.m. And we were busy from about 4, well, no, it was like 6 on because we had to set up and we were just chilling out in the room most of the time. But Saturday and Sunday we were like full tilt because they were on the 13th floor of the hotel selling books for like 4 to 6 hours. And during this time, I was sick. I did not get a lot of sleep. So I was like basically from a lot of time I was running on fumes. I don't necessarily travel well, which is just a me thing, not necessarily a disability thing. But I did love that room. It was a great big hotel room, and I could get around and crawl and be able to sit on the floor and get dressed when I had time, which was not a lot. I still had to have help in the shower because it was a regular sized shower. It's not like it was something I could crawl into. I mean, I could, but it would have been very hard on my body. But I mean, that's something I really liked about that hotel. Sorry for the lighting, because I have my lamp on and it is ridiculously overcast right now. So if you hear rain in the background, it's pouring right now. So that's that. The great thing about that hotel is it's the Red Lion in St. Louis. Is they are pet friendly. So I'm sure they would welcome a service dog, no problem, with or without its vest. So I think if I go back next year and have my service dog, I should have no problem there. The staff is great, and we had a lot of little issues. We had some maintenance issues right when we got there. We were just the staff was great. They made up a bed for me on a Saturday night at like 10 p.m. because I could not sleep in the main bed. I was not sleeping well. And so I just slept on the couch the last night we were there because I was tired and I needed a good night's sleep. So I slept on the couch. And I am not saying a lot of this is just a me problem because I don't travel well. I was very stressed out most of the weekend. So I'm trying to deal with that, and hopefully I can get everything square if I happen to go back next year. But I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of that because of how difficult it is for me to do things when I'm kind of out of my environment. I've been home for 2 days and I'm still getting over a cold. So we'll see how that goes, and I might film a little bit more if I go back next year, but that again depends on how busy we are because their entire schedule is ridiculously tight. And so we'll see. If I go back, I'm like working on whether I will go back next year. I told my dad it's too soon to know right now. I'll probably know, I will probably know by the time registration opens next year. So, because he is going back, it's just an issue of I'm going with him or if he's going alone. I actually like going with my dad when he's doing stuff because I think his sales are much more efficient and they go more smoothly when he has a second person there. So, but I mean, that could be a whole nother ball game if I have a service dog next year, when I go next year, because I'm gonna have the dog to worry about. The dog's gonna have to go out to go potty and be fed. So, I mean, I might have to do some of that stuff on the fly and figure out how to work a room key so I can get back and forth between all the floors in our room and the lobby. The elevator's the easy part, but the problem with the elevators at the Red Lion was they were packed. And they had an elevator down, so they didn't have all three of them working. And they were packed all the time, so it was hard to get a wheelchair in there. And then you had all these people with book trolleys and the authors that had boxes of their books that they would have sold, but I'm not even worried about that yet. I haven't even heard back from Paws Giving Independent as if they have a dog for me yet. So we'll see how that goes and see where I am next year. So I don't really know what I'm doing for a video next, but you guys will be the first to know, and I will most likely have this video up tomorrow. And this clip is already 6 minutes long, so I'm gonna wrap it up. So this is Service Dog Diaries, signing off. Bye.